always wanted to have a little bumper when I was coming in, but I don't have like a producer or anything, so all I can do is do it this way, where I just crank it up real loud and play it for a second. Hopefully not long enough to have the whoever it was that turned their evil eye on the Britisher today and struck him down, Beardbarian, with a copyright infringement for using a little snippet with Stephen Fry in it. And I know the Britisher, man. He's very careful. He understands what fair use means. He was using it for news and commentary. He used the appropriate length, and they copyright struck him anyway. He said he could have debated it with him, and it would have took 2 weeks. But he puts out one major clip a week, and usually only one, and that's the week that was. On the average week that was, Beard, he's going to kill me for saying this, but I know, so I'm going to say it. He has around 30 hours into the week that was, every week.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he's no joke. He writes out every word. He double, triple thinks it, rewrites, triple writes, proofreads, rewrites, and then says it again and again and again and again until it's absolutely as perfect as he can manage it.
It shows in the quality of his work, but oh God, I can't imagine.
If you look up type A, anal retentive personality in the dictionary, there is the Britisher there with a cup of bergamot tea. Well, I'm gonna hammer this out now that I've got you involved in the conversation, because I do want to banter with you a little bit. I'm stoked about today and just life. And I'm wearing my special shirt for everybody today. You know, the one that I like so much that just lets everybody know where they stand in my life. No, that said, here comes Herman Melville's classic Moby Dick. We've already read a wee bit of chapter 3. We've discovered that Ishmael has been looking for a place to stay tonight. It's very cold in New Bedford. He's come upon the Spouter Inn. He's been in the Spouter Inn and seen it's got a bar that's made out of the right whale's jaw. Met Jonah the bartender, all these things, and now he wants a place to sleep. The landlord lets him know that he doesn't have a bed available, but he has a half a bed available, the other half occupied by a certain dark-complected harpooner. Let's see if we can't get a little bit more. I heard the difference between horror and suspense is this. Horror is a bomb going off in a pizza parlor that's packed full of people. Suspense is being in that pizza parlor and seeing a bomb under the table with a ticker ticking down. So I'm hopefully going to build a little bit of suspense with Herman as I get a little piece of food out of my teeth with my tongue with the help of Herman Melville. So here we go. We're at the Spouter Inn. I considered the matter for a moment, and then upstairs we went, and I was ushered into a small room, cold as a clam and furnished, sure enough, with a prodigious bed, almost big enough indeed for any 4 harpooneers to sleep abreast. "There," said the landlord, placing the candle in a crazy old sea chest that did double duty as a washstand at the center table. "There, make yourself comfortable now, and good night to ye." I turned round from eyeing the bed, but he'd already disappeared. Folding back the counterpane, I stooped over the bed. Though none of the most elegant, it yet stood to scrutiny tolerably well. I then glanced around the room, and beside the bedstead and the center table, could see no other furnishings belonging to the place but a rude shelf, the 4 walls, and a prepared fireboard representing a man striking a whale. Of things not properly belonging to the room, there was a hammock lashed up and thrown upon the floor in one corner. Also a large seaman's bag containing the harpooneer's wardrobe, no doubt, in lieu of a land trunk. Otherwise, there was a parcel of outlandish bone fish hooks on the shelf over the fireplace, and a tall harpoon standing at the head of the bed. "But what is this on the chest?" I took it up and held it close to the light and felt it and smelt it and tried every way possible to arrive at some satisfactory conclusion concerning it. I can compare it to nothing but a large doormat, ornamented on the edges with little tinkling tags, something like the stained porcupine quills round an Indian's moccasin. There was a hole or a slit in the middle of this mat, as you see the same in South American ponchos. But could it be possible that any sober harpooner would get into a doormat and parade around the streets of any Christian town in that sort of guise? I put it on to try it, and it weighed me down like a hamper, being uncommonly shaggy and thick, and I thought a little damp, as though this mysterious harpooner had been wearing it of a rainy day. I went up to a bit of glass stuck against the wall, and I never saw such a sight in my life. I tore myself out of it with such a hurry that I gave myself a kink in the neck. I sat down on the side of the bed and commenced to thinking about this head-peddling harpooneer and his doormat. After thinking some time on the bedside, I got up and took off my monkey jacket and then stood in the middle of the room thinking. I then took off my coat and I thought a little bit more in my shirt sleeves. But beginning to feel very cold now, half undressed as I was, and remembering what the landlord said about the harpooneers not coming home at all that night, it being so very late, I made no more ado, but jumped out of my pantaloons and boots, and then, blowing out the light, tumbled into bed and commended myself to the care of heaven. Whether that mattress was stuffed with corn cobs or broken crockery, there's no telling, but I rolled about a good deal and could not fall asleep for a long time. At last I slid off into a light doze and had pretty nearly made a good offing toward the land of Nod when I heard a heavy footfall in the passage and saw a glimmer of light that came into the room from under the door. Lord save me, thinks I, that must be the harpooneer, the infernal head peddler. But I lay perfectly still and resolved not to say a word till spoken to. Holding a light in one hand and that identical New Zealand head in the other, the stranger entered the room and without looking toward the bed, placed his candle a good way off from me on the floor in one corner, and then began working away at the knotted cords of the large bag I before spoke of as being in the room. I was all eagerness to see his face, but he kept it averted to me for some time while employed in the unlacing of the bag's mouth. This accomplished, however, he turned round when, good heavens, what a sight! Such a face! It was of a dark, purplish, yellow color, here and there stuck over with large, blackish-looking squares. Yes, it's just as I thought. He's a terrible bedfellow. He's been in a fight, got dreadfully cut, and here he is just from the surgeon. But at that moment, he chanced to turn his face so toward the light that I plainly saw they could not be sticking plasters at all, those black squares on his cheeks. They were stains of some sort or other. At first, I knew not what to make of this, but soon an inkling of the truth occurred to me. I remembered of a story of a whaleman, a white man too, who falling among the cannibals had been tattooed by them. I concluded that this harpooneer, in the course of his distant voyages, must have made with a similar adventure. And what is it, thought I, after all? It's only his outside. A man can be honest in any sort of skin. But then what to make of this unearthly complexion? The parts of it, I mean, lying around and about and completely independent of the squares of tattooing. To be sure, it might be nothing but a good coat of tropical tanning, but I never heard of a hot sun's tanning a white man into a purplish yellow one. However, I've never been in the South Seas, and perhaps the sun produces these extraordinary effects upon the skin there. Now, while all these ideas were passing through me like lightning, this harpooneer never noticed me at all. But after some difficulty, having opened his bags, he commenced fumbling in it and presently pulled out a sort of tomahawk and a sealskin wallet with the hair still on. Placing these on the old chest in the middle of the room, he then took the New Zealand head, a ghastly thing enough, and crammed it down into the bag. He now took off his hat, a brand new beaver hat, no less. When I came nigh singing out with fresh surprise, there was no hair on his head. None to speak of, at least. Nothing but a small scalp knot twisted up on his forehead. His bald, purplish head now looked for all the world like a moldering skull. Had not the stranger stood between me and the door, I would have bolted out of it quicker than I ever bolted a dinner.
There appears to have been something going on here. Ogre? Oh no. I think the Russian hackers have found Ogre. Russian hackers? What's going on here? Damn it, hackers! Give him back at once. You can take my cookies. You can have all of my cookies. And not just the internet browser ones. All of my cookies. Just give us back the ogre. Damn it, man. It might have been a representative from the Chicken Breeders Association. I hear that he breeds extraordinary chickens. Mark, yes, you can totally jump in so that I'm not just a babbling idiot. I will send you the link here. Where did I put a thing? All my cookies are belong to the Soviet hackers, led by Pika Wilschmerch. Hope I said that horribly well by accident. That would be great. Come on, Ogre, where are you? Don't make me do this alone, man. I'll bring on puppets.
Hey, man, sorry about
there
that.
We go.
The good news is that I was actually where I was going to stop with the story. I mean, I think, but those were the cable guys. It's a long story in a way, but I'll tell a little short part of it. There's a transponder on the side of my house. I think it was called a booster. And it's plugged into my electricity, but it's in the back of my house. It's plugged into a thing that goes into some other things, and it kicks off sometimes. And every time it does, everybody's internet slows way down. I got to keep an eye on it. So now, after a year or so, they're here to like move it right next to where there's a power box outside, so they can wire its own breaker there. But because of that, because it's powered, off of my house, it probably costs me $5 a month in electricity, maybe 10. I get free, internet for free. And it's as fast as they offer. So there's that. So anyway, sorry about that, folks. Thanks a lot, Beardberry. I'm glad you were here. Everybody would have been like, this time he's not muted. The CIA got him.
Wait, is it?
What was the last thing you heard?
Well, we got to the end of the story there, and you froze in this pose, and I wasn't sure if it was your internet or my internet, or if my missus was just kicking too much ass, and wow, like, what's going on here? Oh, but we survived. I sent Dop the link as well.
Well, thank you. I got to get on it. I remembered to send it to Cabbage, and he's not there. There's Doppelganger. I remember to send it to Cabbage this morning, and whatever it is, and I didn't remember to send it to Dop. So apparently I'm going to forget somebody every damn day. Hi, Dop.
Hello. How are you doing?
Good. I seen you were chatting with folks somewhere till like the wee early morning hours this morning.
Oh yeah, I kinda got a bit irritated once you kicked me out of your hangout and was trying to find some friends.
Hey, listen,
how it works.
I left as soon as I kicked you out. Ask Cabbage. I was like, fuck it, I was leaving anyway, and I just went boop, dropped out.
Look, you're the boss. You do what you want to do.
Well, you're the only person I haven't kicked out outside of maybe the Britisher. But here's you, Dop. Welcome back, and I'm sure you'll get me back in your own special way.
That's nice. By the way, I gotta drop out for a second and be right back because something's wrong with my video feed.
It's the Russian hackers. They're coming for Dop. Where does the tyranny end? Where does it end? Apparently not right here either. They've taken Ogre again as well. Damned Russian hackers! I gave you my cookies. Won't you give me the other streamers back? You terrible bastards. When will it be enough? When will it be enough?
Yeah, and it's working. Great. My red bar of doom is working now.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's freaking awesome.
That is awfully phallic. I approve. Maybe I am lagging to hell. I can't tell what's going on. Are you people just fucking with me now? welcome to ask chat, because I can't tell. Oh, maybe it isn't chat.
Maybe
Having fun?
Right. Yeah, the bros.
This is just chaos. Pure chaos. It's my stream today, children. So today we are going to discuss the benefits of taking a vanilla Oreo and a chocolate Oreo and peeling off the excess cookie and pushing the two together, and then taking even more Oreos of opposite flavors and sticking them to the outside to get a quadruple stacked multi-flavored Oreo. If you are in fact so bold to use the mint chocolate chip instead of the standard chocolate, you will find yourself in for a real treat. Or you can alternatively take 4 of the extraordinarily large Kit Kat chunky bars and you melt them right along the sides. Get those on a freezer tray or on a cookie sheet for now anyways, and you put them inside of a slightly heated oven, side to side all together, just enough on that cookie sheet so the bases properly melt together. Afterwards, transfer that into your freezer, and after a couple of hours to let the chocolate settle, you can pretend that you are a little pixie eating a regular-sized Kit Kat. It's glorious. Welcome back, Ogre.
Oh, I might as well let y'all roll with it for a minute. Apparently, they're doing something up on the thing. They're filling around with something, but I don't know. I might get kicked out again. If it kicks me out a couple more times, I'll just give up. I told them
Russian hackers are destroying the both of you. I keep thinking it's me for a few seconds.
Nah, I mean, well, it could be. I don't know. Maybe it will be next time. But when I went out to talk to the boys, they said they were working on something up the road. Lily, hang on. She's very diligent about doing her job, and there's people out in her yard right now digging and stuff, and she'll behave if I give her a blanket and let her just chew on it. But anyway, they're doing something. So whether or not it keeps kicking me out, I don't know. It's kicking me out for such short periods of time. It's not even showing me that my internet connection lost. It's just kicking me out of this room. Lily dog, no, just kicking me out of this room. So apparently there's a lot of things conspiring against me. But as I was saying, it's nerve-wracking for me. This is the first big person that I don't have a really good line of communication with. The other big people, not Sargon, because I didn't get to, but Razor Fist, I'm not going to say he's going to drop what he's freaking doing and DM me. I think I've DM'd him all of 3 or 4 times. But when I do DM him, he DMs me back, pretty quickly. And we have communication that way. With Mrs. White, it's not so much. I mean, I'm making excuses for her right now because she has 200 and some thousand subscribers on YouTube.
But I have one question for you, good sir.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Keeping in mind how you initially opened up contact with her, have you yet posed for another photo in an almost postcard sort of format with a "Hello, Miss White, looking forward to seeing you"?
I haven't quite done that because I don't want her to think I'm just a dick. But I did send her the promo today, and I told her that man, there's so many things conspiring against me right now. I just hung up. I can't believe I didn't turn that down. My thing's always on mute. But no, I didn't quite do that, Beard. But what I did was I did that promo and sent her the link to that, and I just said, "Hey, I'm looking forward to seeing you today." And the crew's all very stoked. I think I alluded to if she didn't show up that y'all would track me down and hang me.
Something like that.
Yeah, I could totally see people being angry and going all crazy because huge guests, so we all have expectations.
Well, in the end, it would only be good for me if it was like a Sargon thing where forgot about it or whatever. I'm a little channel. I don't try to. I'm not gonna blow myself up like a balloon. I'm just a little guy, a little fish in a giant ocean. So it would, in honesty, it'd probably be better if she did skip out today and came back next Monday, but I don't want her to. I mean, good Lord. I can't believe I just said that. I always look on the bright side of life. Yes. We got somebody else that knows it anyway. That's great, man.
Yeah, the movie was awesome.
That is the best sing-along scene of ever, when everybody's hung on the cross and they're all, look on the whole field of fuckers just on the worst torture device ever invented by man singing along. That's beautiful. Only Monty Python.
It's only because we didn't have the Amy Schumer comedy special back then.
Oh no, they would have gone all crazy about that. They would demand parity of people being executed and whatnot.
Yeah, you don't think that? Yeah, they wouldn't have liked it. Like in today's climate, no. Couldn't do it. Well, you could do it, but they did. There was that somebody I seen it on the news. Who was it? They were dressed up like oh gracious. I just saw it today and now I can't even think what it was. I popped on Mozilla, and when it popped up, somebody was at some awards ceremony and they were dressed like somebody from Bollywood, like an Indian, you know how they do the girls in Bollywood? Anybody know what Bollywood is?
Oh yeah. Just don't know the particular people you're referencing.
Well, imagine, I don't either. I mean, I just caught it and thought to myself what Dop was thinking, because I could pick out Kim Kardashian if I was looking squarely at her ass. But I couldn't pick out like the other ones out of a lineup, Maybe the dad that defended OJ, I might be able to pick him out of a lineup if he didn't have people that look too much like him. But anyway, I don't keep up with this stuff. So I just noticed there was a famous person dressed like a traditional Indian girl, and they were like, this person receives hate because, what's the world coming to? All I got to say to them people, man.
Yeah, people are
just a big circle jerk.
People are just looking for easy cop-outs and easy explanations for usual stuff. That's it. They are trying to find some kind of racism or other xenophobia wherever they could possibly, because it's easy form of criticism.
So in other words, you don't even think nobody's really offended by that. It's just a way for them to release this pent-up BS.
Yeah, definitely. I wouldn't
That's
be
why I do
even
puppets.
read too much into it. It's just screeching, autistic screeching, basically.
Autistic screeching. There's a lot of that going around lately, in my opinion. Myself, though, I always try to hold fast to what people have heard me say so much, you probably don't want to hear it anymore. Offense can never be given, only taken. So I try to remember that. If I take offense from something, well, I've given somebody an awful lot of power over my life, haven't I?
If I take offense from somebody, it's because they have a nice fence and I wanted to keep my chickens in.
Fucking chickens, man. I need to.
There is also a semi-related saying that I like very much, going more or less like there are no emotional victims, only volunteers.
Yeah, amen. Yes. That's a good one. Do you know who quoted that?
Who would that be?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
No. But do you want me to find it on the internet? I'm actually trying to find something else, a story related to what you've been saying a moment ago. Let's see.
I like Spot the Tranny. The British we got some other ideas though coming up. We're going to play a couple other games, and I'm still going to play Spot the Tranny once in a while. Steven Crowder does it on a PG show. In fact, that's where I stole the name from. I said it unapologetically. In fact, none of it was my idea. Doppelganger came up with the idea for us to do it about a month ago, and Steven Crowder gave me the name for it. So, whatever. Wow. And I have fun. The argument was this while you're looking that up, Dop, because I want to see what y'all think about it. That some people may not want to play because then if they don't pick right, like if they pick a girl, if they thought it was a girl and it's a boy, they might not feel good about it, but they might feel locked into playing the game if they're there.
Right.
Well, anybody can drop out, and if anybody oh my God, I picked the wrong ones. Almost yesterday, almost every single one of them I got wrong. I was all giddy and excited for all the wrong one. Who gives a fuck? It's a fucking game. It's not like we're going out and picking them up. Excuse me, miss, can we chat for a second? I've got a boner. Would you mind, I reckon? Like, it's not happening. We're playing a fucking game.
Yeah, well, I think a good idea might be so somebody and I are working on trying to get like a little thing. In fact, you used Google Documents today, I think, on your Fable, Beard Baron. Yes. And I would like to work on getting a little thing to where you would know that it was going to be that day if you were coming on, because that's, it would be in the little document saying we're going to play Spot the Tranny today. So if somebody didn't want to partake in it, they could step. It's not going to be an every week thing anyway. I mean, we're talking about something once a month. It'd be hard to find new and fresh pictures for one thing. And I also want to play hipster or hobo. So what's this, Dop?
Yes. Okay, so this is semi-related to what you've been saying a moment ago. Supposedly, TV is not dying at all. It's just quirk of statistics and whatnot. And there is an article that details why apparently TV is still not dying and why it's still a big thing. I'm not quite sure how reasonable it is. Basically, I've seen similar articles about various companies in the past that they were supposedly not dying, and then they collapsed. I don't know. It's just for the viewers. Maybe somebody will make something out of it.
TV is history, mate.
Yeah, it just starts, blah, 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 blah.
I haven't had a TV in my house in over 12 years, and it hasn't been plugged into cable for about 15, 20. I don't know if I've ever had a TV in my house, to be honest, that worked.
Right. I think the gist of this article is basically that TV has kind of evolved from this purely broadcast medium into semi-interactive things, and people are actually using those interactive features via internet. So supposedly the TV audience is migrating to the internet slowly, but it's supposedly still the same thing. Oh well.
Well, you
So
gotta-
it's more accurate to say television channels aren't dying, but TV still is.
Maybe quite the other way around. As in TV, the old broadcast medium may be dying, but the channels themselves are shifting to the internet, and they are continuing in the new format to some extent.
That's what he said. I mean, I think that's what you meant in it here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just worded.
I mean, I would say I marathon stuff all the time, boys. You know, I'll get on Netflix or Watch 32 or Vudu or I mean, I could name about 50 others, and I'll find something that I want. Like, when I found Better Call Saul, the show, I watched season 1 and 2. Bam! I watched them in 2 days. Or listen, because I'll have my Bluetooth on and I can hear it going about my business. I'm an auditory person anyway. You know, when I watch shit on it's like wrecked feminist videos or something. I don't watch many things because unless I'm sitting here doing this, I'm usually doing something, you know? So I like to listen. I like to listen to your shit, Beard Baron.
Yeah, it's handy.
I'm all done though of content. I wish you'd work harder. No, I'm just teasing.
It's because I've been hopping on here so much. No,
we were talking about that too. I can't abuse the people that come on because a lot of folks come and give their time, and I really appreciate it, man. This is only going to go on till 4 will be the absolute latest because I need a couple hours to just. I take a nap when there's somebody bigs on, so my brain's fresh. And
so I'm going to run away in about a half an hour to start getting ready. I woke up, I wrote, I ate, and now I'm on here. I still got to clean my dirty self.
Yeah, split anytime you want, Beard. I can't believe you even came on this early. I'm so a lot of people on the Mondays like this, and you know what I used to do was every other Monday with a big show. I don't know what'll happen. I usually succumb and people prevail on me, and I do a mixture of what I want to do and what folks want me to do, which is the way we should all be, I think. And so I don't know if I'll be able to drop back to two a month, but I did like it when I could have my straight up 3 shows a week. And I like my Mondays, but oh well, this is fun.
It'll still work no matter what.
I got two questions for Mrs. White from a dude that works at the store in the deli section. He's a real, I mean, an A1 butcher. You know, he's like 2 inches taller than me, probably outweighs me by about 30, 40 pounds, and he ain't fat at all. At all. He wears his thing tucked in, and
he's the meat man.
He is a fucking slab of meat. I know why all the ladies go to that particular market to buy their fresh meat. It's because they got the best stuff in there, but also I can't say his name. The big man is there, and they love it. I always see there's always 2 or 3 ladies. Sometimes they're old, sometimes they're young, sometimes they're between. There's always 2 or 3 ladies there, and he's you know, talking to him. Big old sucker, man. But I've got a couple questions from him that you wouldn't expect from a guy like him. Got nothing to do with Johnsons or titties or none of that. Just a straight up, hey, Cabbage, just straight up question. Say, what up, brother? I sent you the link first today, man.
Oh, hello, Cabbage.
Greetings. Yeah, sorry I'm late.
Nah.
I got the thing. I got a phone call. I've got shit. Too much remedial work. The company that I just got with, the problems are deeper than they seem to appear. They didn't appreciate that it's all going tits up.
I sure hope that the pay you're earning is just at least as deep as the problems.
No, that's the problem because it's contract. So, you know, they were just dishonest about really how bad the situation was before.
Well, now we know why they said it was going to be X amount of time, and then they cut it back to the different time because it's still the same amount of work. They just want you to do it less time.
And it's burning me out. It's horrible, mate. Well, you know what it's like. Anyone who's done business, you always get shafted at some point. You take it on the chin, you move on.
You know what they say, Cab? They say that's the price of doing business.
It is.
It don't matter what it is that they're talking about. It's always the price of doing business. Like,
the ulcers are the price. That's the bit they don't pay for.
Okay, guys, we have a question from the audience. Push Button is asking Ogre, have you seen the Red Pill movie?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I've seen the actual The Red Pill movie, no. But I've seen a lot of like Red Pill stuff on YouTube. I think there is an actual movie called The Red Pill. Is that correct?
Yes, it's a movie made by this kind of feminist director Casey Jones, and it was causing quite a controversy in countries like Australia, where feminists were being very obscurant against it being screened on campuses or in cinemas. Basically, they figured somehow that this one feminist chick created this crazy anti-woman movie or something.
Yeah.
Which is complete bullshit, because the movie actually gives a pretty honest overview of men's issues.
By the way, Ogre,
yeah,
it's available free on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm
So
looking right now at the thing, so it's okay. I'm gonna check that out. I will watch it. Tomorrow's my day off, so I'll watch it tomorrow so that I'll be able to talk about it interestingly at another time. But if you boys know about it, if they got a question, if that was the only question, the answer is no. But if they want the boys to talk about it, y'all know, rock on, man. I'll listen too.
It's good. It is a good documentary, I've got to say. I mean, sometimes she just seems a little bit duplicitous, but then she comes back and you can see that she's obviously having personal issues about her, personal conflict about how she feels. That's really clearly what's happening. She wants to defend feminism, but at the same time, she's meeting some really reasonable men's rights advocates, right? Not MGTOWs, men's rights activists, or men's rights advocates, I should say, because you've got to distinguish between the different types.
Yeah, no kidding.
And so and she and then the women that she's meeting are basically saying all men are bastards, but the men are actually saying, look, we don't reject women, we just want our rights, we want to be able to get access to our kids, we just want, you know what I mean? So it's kind of hard to defend, and you got these rabid women screaming and shouting and things like that, about how they're oppressed and the wage gap and all that kind of nonsense.
Curiously enough, the man's position in the movie could be pretty much described as fight for equality under the law.
Nothing wrong with that. I mean, I still get upset when I was watching some Antifa stuff yesterday, wrecked feminist videos. I'm still hooked on that, where the weaponized autism is finding these people with masks on. I've seen them bust this one dude that was in Austin, and then he was without a mask harassing this guy. And I've seen all kinds of stuff. And what I consider egalitarianism is, if you're Antifa and they're telling you, okay, we're going to put you ladies in the front so that they don't want it. No, if you are there in a mask with a stick and trying to cause problems, the ogre is going to smash you in the face.
Arrow his dick.
I'm probably not going to do that. That's not what I do. I'm probably going to give you a front push kick right here to your sternum as hard as I can. And because that I found is a lot more effective than a punch, and it doesn't have the added ill effect of breaking your face like a bomb went off in it when the ogre hits you, making me look like an ogre in court. And when I kick kick someone that way, it doesn't leave a whole lot of damage, but incapacitates them. That said, it's egalitarianism when I see this. And then they're there. He hit a woman. Just watch wrecked feminist videos so I don't have to ramble on for an hour.
Yeah, you got to be careful what you wish for, haven't you, sometimes?
Yeah, because if you go out there like that, I know you well enough, Cab, that if you're just moving about your day and through the city where you live, and some partition of morons is there blocking your commerce, and some chick is hitting you with a sign and like, get out of our streets, Cabbage, I can imagine, bam!
No, that's not
Cabbage just stepping over a body there with his briefcase off to work with his,
Just passing by.
Passing by, fuckers. Move aside. Keep calm and carry on.
That's the motto. That's how it works. I'm sorry, but I don't understand how. And these people just don't get it, though. They really think that they can just bitch and whine and scream, and then there won't be any consequences, apparently. But
yeah, and they also deeply believe that they are actually saving the world from this crazy fascist menace.
Yes, by being crazy fascists. Yeah,
exactly.
Wonderful solution.
I used to think that I could save the world by hanging out with my other friends in the park and playing make-believe, but eventually your testicles drop and you got to start figuring things out. And I'm really looking forward to the teenage years of these young kids, because maybe they might develop into something worthwhile.
I think, isn't it Generation Zero that's now becoming a little bit more realistic? It's the millennials where the problem lies, from what I understand. And that seems to be the case.
Yeah, I hate my generation.
Mm.
Yeah, Zero's worse than. I mean, millennials are all right. I think, Cab. I've met a lot of them.
Really? I thought it was the millennials where the problem lies.
Some of them, but as they're growing up now, and we have more of them that actually have to go get jobs and know what life is now. It seems like with just look at our generation, Cab. They all said we'd be worthless too, and now we run the world.
Yeah. Well, everyone inherits, don't they? It's inheritance. The only question is the tax rate, the inheritance tax.
Zero cool. This rolling rocks for you from the glass line tanks of Latrobe, Pennsylvania. 33, baby.
Oh, in one big gulp. That's nice.
That wasn't a whole beer though. I could slam a couple, but I'm not going to slam whole beers right now before our guest is on later, because I don't want to get fired
from now to then.
Yeah, I don't want to get fired. And the Cabbage. I mean, we have Cabbage, Man and Wolf Child, Dan's done. We have 5 people that are going to be there and to start. You will be, Mark, but you almost don't count because you never say anything. And then we're going to live.
Thank you very much.
I mean, you hardly ever say much. That's what I'm saying. You count, but I don't mind your slot being there ever because you only enter. I don't know. That didn't come out right, but you know what I mean. So
It's cool.
with those folks there, we're going to be after the first hour. But we're going to be slipping people in. I'll probably let it go about a half hour and slip Conscious Caracal a back door because, like you, Doppelganger, he's very low key. He just will interject when it's really good. But with me and Cabby there, especially me, well, I say that, but me and Cabby and Amanda Wolfchild, oh man,
I can totally see you guys busting her balls.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't know she still had balls. I seriously thought she was full convert. I really did. I had no idea.
Beard Baron, you look like you're hanging in there by a straw, man. Don't feel like you got to hang out. Beard Baron wrote a fucking fable for tonight. I've already read it. It's not only good, it's great. He said, I don't even want to go on air because I don't know what you want people to know. You are a really good writer, Beard Baron. You're really good.
My lazy ass wrote a bunch this morning, and now I'm here, and I'm having a brain refresher. The coffee's still sinking in.
Get yourself a Red Bull.
Oh, fuck no, my heart will explode.
Yeah, I can't. I have a panic attack. So here you go, Zero Cool. One more little pull. You can see where it is right now. One more little pull. And this may be iced tea, though. Y'all don't know. It might be Jack Daniels. It might be iced tea. It's already cracked up.
Could be urine. We don't know.
Could be bull pizzle. Yeah. There you go.
That could be micturation.
Zero Cool. You are a trooper. Goodness knows that we need you out here in the world. And Iowa is very, very lucky to have you there. God bless you, sir. Yada, yada. You know it's good for you because it tastes like shit.
That's the best medicine.
Yeah.
Spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down. You need to get your teaspoon.
And I don't know, Cab, I'll tell you. To me, you have to get the Glen Moran, that thing that I won't say right now.
Glen Morangi, yeah.
You have to get the Glen Morangi to compare with this, because Johnny Walker Red,
nah, shit.
Johnny Walker Blue's pretty good, but it's very expensive for what you get.
And it's still pretty harsh on the throat. You know, the Glen Morangi is so smooth; it goes down. It's like it's
Yeah, there is a pretty nice version of Jack Daniels with honey, and it's actually pretty nice to drink. You can really down whole bottle without even filling it. It's slightly less alcohol content, like 35%, but still good.
I almost bought some of that today. Jim Beam makes one too. I almost got some Gentleman Jack, but to be honest, this is £4. This is like, fuck, what am I gonna do, man? It's $4. I just spent $4. Gentleman Jack, I have to get a fifth of it, and a fucking fifth of Gentleman Jack's like £28, man. I ain't rich over here. I got a budget.
If you want to get fucked up in style, though, you get some brandy and some port. You get some, say, Hennessy or Courvoisier brandy, and you get a nice bottle of Taylor's port, and you do it like a 25% brandy to 75% port. And that will
mix the
fuck
two
you up. Oh yeah, I tell you, port and brandy, it's amazing.
Cab, I ain't gonna lie, I've never even heard of that. That is an insane mixture right there. That's rocket fuel.
And but the thing is, it goes down so well, you don't realize you're getting drunk, and then you try and stand up, and your legs suddenly abandon you.
Neil said they like Jack Daniels and apple juice. I'm gonna tell you what, boys, because Blaire White's on tonight, and I've got to be serious. I'm gonna be on here for an hour and 20 minutes from now, and I'm leaving for sure hard at 4 o'clock. But this is what I'd like to talk about, man. Some booze. I feel like my whole life is crumbling down around me because everybody around me now wants me to be serious. And I started this so I could fuck off. That was the whole point. I've been serious my whole life, damn it. You know, how much more serious can you be when it's like you go to work one day and you think it's going to be another day and some lady arrives at your office bawling, "Oh, my son overdosed on heroin last night and is dead. Is he going to hell?" You know, I mean, holy crap. You know, you can only take so much of that, is what I'm saying.
I thought this was shitloading, though. I thought that was most of the point of it. I thought
that's
the kind of the concept.
No, but they're taking it from us, Cabbage. Anyway, look, I'm done. Getting a little buzzed. No, you're right. You and I basically started this shithole. And yes, the whole idea was us to shit lord and to freaking put our nuts on camera and moon people and fart and make fun of folks. Go crash streams in the dead of night, bring real cancer to some fools that have no idea what they're asking for. That kind of thing.
Oh, well, no one have gone quite as far as you did, but I understand the premise.
Oh, man. See, you're still of course not. Of course not. No one would go as far as I do, though. That's the point. But you dig it. So that said, so let's talk about this. You said Bombardier, Gabby. But what is your favorite first wine, then beer, and then hard liquor? What's your favorites?
My favorite wine is probably Chateau Neuf de Pape, which is a red wine.
Say that again a little bit louder.
Chateau Neuf de Pape. Yeah, it's the ninth vineyard of the Pope. I think that's what it translates to. Very, very good wine. Red wine. I like red wine.
Is it actually made? Is it actually made in wineland of a pope?
I think it's a papal.
I'm looking at it right now. It's the Chateau de Pape. It's in France, and it's this nice little area. So you're saying you like the red wine? What would you know? What grapes that make this? I could get a little deeper.
Yeah. I mean, well, effectively, it's a It's like a Cabernet. The particular grape variety.
I'm looking at it right now, Cabbage. This is a red. It doesn't even say. That's probably why you're racking your brain right now, because it don't even say right here. I'm gonna screen share this. We can't.
It's a Bordeaux, basically. It's a Bordeaux. It's like a claret. Yeah, really, really nice. Yeah, it's a heavier red wine.
This is really it right here, Cabby.
Yeah, this is the first time I've stepped away from one of these streams from debauchery and jokes to come back to fine wine. What is this madness? What are the boobs, man? What is going on?
Well, Cabbage and I were talking about how, listen, you don't really know Beard. You just jumped on the train. The reality of this is I started this about 2 months ago, the live stream thing, and I ran into this Englishman named Cabbage Patch Bastard. And then we ran into this otherworldly being named Mark Doppelganger. And we kind of got it in our head that we would cover news and stuff, but that we would also just be the best shitlords that ever graced the planet Earth with our godlike presence. And since then, between ourselves and other people, we've been derailed into almost being so serious. So this is us not being serious. You just came back to Cabbage's answering his favorite wine, his favorite beer, and his favorite liquor. And so we're at, say this again, Cabbage, because I'll mangle it.
Chateau Neuf de Pape.
Chateau Neuf de Pape.
Besides, Bird, isn't wine the one of the great ways to actually get some boobies? Isn't it? Isn't it?
Oh, yes.
It's the best way of my
people.
Yes. But
so in this wine that Cabbage is recommending is very high on the alcohol content. It's 14%. It says it's earthy and spicy. And you can pick up a bottle of this from this place called wine.com for a mere 90 quid, $90.
They also do, they do cheaper ones. I mean, you do seem to get Actually, for Americans, you have some fantastic wines in California. You really do. I mean, if you just want to drink wine, just, cheap, easy wine. Giulio Gallo, what's it called?
Ernest and Giulio Gallo.
Yeah, I mean, that's beautiful. It's really good stuff.
Good.
Nothing wrong with that.
Cabbage, I like that you gave us a good one. And so I just wanted to show that. So favorite beer, Cabby?
Well, I told you. You know that.
It is Bombardier.
It is Bombardier. Yeah.
Okay. Beer. I am going to show this while you talk about your favorite hard liquor, if that's not too tough of a one.
Well, you see, the hard liquor, I don't think you can call port a hard liquor, can you? Because it's more like a wine. It's between. But I do like port. Instead of like brandy or whatever. I burnt my stomach lining out, I think, when I was a kid, doing too much. Too many shots. So port tends to be the one I can deal with.
Well, no, that's fine. I would say that for the third, and this goes for Doppelganger and for Beerbarian too. I'm going to let Beard go next because I think he's got a split pretty soon. But no, I would say that port would classify as a strong drink because that's up in the 20s. That's pretty strong.
It's a liqueur, kind of. It's sort of in between, isn't it? It's sort of halfway. But like I said, brandy and port, that's the special mixture.
Mercy's sake. So Cabbage Patch would say the Chateau of the Pope.
Chateau
wine. And it's on there. You can go back and look at the video and see what it is. Order yourself a bottle. It looks like, in fact, Cabby, I'll probably order myself a bottle. It looks good. And Bombardier beer. Good luck finding it. I talked to Fabiano Brothers and my local distributor. They are getting me Bombardier. And when I have it, Cab, I'm going to show you because you didn't mock me, but you mentioned last night that I run out of beer and that I should get a pallet. I had to order a fucking pallet of Bombardier. The only way I could get it here. I had to use my LLC for my soap business, by the way, because they wouldn't give it to an ordinary citizen. I had to be a company. And then they didn't charge me tax, but apparently I'll have to pay that. I'll have to pay whatever the equivalent freaking tax would be. I'm going to sell it to myself for $1 6-pack and see if that flies without going to prison.
Yeah, well, there's always import duty, mate. You know how it works.
Well, no, they're going to do that. That's Fabiano Brothers. They will have that taken care of. They're importers, so they will import it and they'll sell me the pallet to my business, my LLC, for a set price that I'm not going to name right now, man. My wife was anyway. When I get that cat,
and just register it as entertainment. Just register it as entertainment fees or whatever, and you can write it off against your taxes. It'll all be
I'm going to try that. Yes. In fact, I already very good point. I'm going to try that. But the way it is here, if they contest anything, so I'm rambling, and I know Beerbarian's got to go. Beerbarian, your favorite wine, your favorite beer, and your favorite liqueur, port, whiskey, tequila, whatever that would be, hard liquor, hard drink.
Favorite wine is always a tough one, just because I love wine. I tend towards Chianti. I really like Chianti. I mean, it is a regional wine, but I'm a fan of reds and really rich reds. I drink a lot of Shirazes and Merlots most of the time. As far as beer goes, there's a brewer here in Canada called Unibrow, and they do La Fin du Monde, which is a really, really heavy, rich, wonderful beer. It's absolutely magnificent. And that I think it's at 9 or 10%, and I'll just drink 2-3 bottles of that while I'm out camping. Hard liquors, if I'm drinking out by a campfire, it's Johnny Walker Red Label. If I'm drinking at home, a good Glenfiddich.
Well, I don't have to look up Glenfiddich. I just hit the wrong daggone thing. Let me go back. I just look up because I love La Fin du Monde. I also like the Damned. I think that is the Damned, right? That is the Land of the Dead. The end of the world. Okay, I knew I was getting close there. Hey, Conscious Caragol, I didn't think you'd be here today. But this is the one that I drink the most, La Fin du Monde. But this brewing company, I do believe they make...
Madeira is also freaking amazing, too. Holy shit.
Yeah, I've only had this one on here, but I've had a couple others from this brewery. In fact, this might be a better picture. Oh, of course, I ain't going to take it there. But anyway, La Fin du Monde. And then you said you like the Scotch, specifically Glenfiddich.
Yeah, if I'm going out camping, it's Johnny Walker Red Label because it's good, it's smooth, it's hearty, and it's cheap enough that I don't care if I share it with 30 people. And if I'm drinking at home, it's a good Glenfiddich. If it's hot out, a single ice cube. Otherwise, just sipping at that all day on the rocking chair beside the fireplace.
And you didn't hear us talking trash on Johnny Walker. Maybe you did, but that's good. Totally.
It's a
Doppelganger.
good that I need to waste my booze kind of booze.
Yeah, no, I get it. It's decent though. Doppelganger. What's your favorite wine, beer, and hard liquor?
I'm with Barbarian on that. Hard liquor, basically any decent Scotch or Irish whiskey, single malt, stuff like that. And Glenfiddich and Bushmills, the green ones, all the way. I have a problem with beer. Basically, haven't found yet any beer that would actually fit me. So I give it a try every once in a while, and not really my thing. As for wine,
try
Yeah.
Lohberg. Try Lohberg. You know, Belgian beer from the Stella Brewery. Lohberg's pretty good if you're not. I've found a lot of people like that don't generally like other beers.
I love
Okay,
that white
thanks
beater.
for
I
the
love
tip.
Stella.
And as for the wine, basically, I rarely drink anything like that. Something sweet would do, I guess.
Doppelganger ain't even going
Mead.
for it. I know what you
Mead.
drink, man. I've seen you do it. You drink very good scotch.
He wants mead.
That could be. I gotta try that too. So
Yeah, well, that ruined it. Now I'm gonna have to
Lomborg-
change my beverage because I seen Beer Barian was drinking mead the other day. I was going to say mead,
Oh,
but I'll
man.
change my
A good
heart.
elderberry mead is the bee's knees.
Oh, it is the
That's
bees,
very good.
knees, brother.
My
They make it out of
grandfather
honey,
once
is
got
why that's funny.
My grandfather once got drunk on. It was my great grandmother's elderberry jam, and it had fermented. And he was just sat there eating toast, getting actually drunk from the. It was basically like a brandy. That's what it turned into. It had been sitting there fermenting for like. It was found in the back of a cupboard. Nobody knew it was there. It was wax sealed and everything, you know. And so he opened it up
Everybody's
one
gonna hate
morning.
me because my favorite wine is Chateau Lafite, 1948. I've only drank it once.
God, fucking
But
James
I will
Bond.
say
Here
that-
we go, and you like a martini shaken, not stirred.
No, but I do. I will say the 1948 Chateau Lafite. I was drinking when I drank it, Cab. So it was probably the fact that somebody bought this bottle. I didn't buy it. I mean, I don't even know what they paid for it. I didn't pay the bill that night, but I'm guessing at the restaurant we were. I don't know. I don't even want to guess because I'm sure it was way too much. But I remember that it was buttery. I do remember that. I remember whenever I had it in my mouth and was smelling it, it smelled like buttery. And then whenever I had it and I swallowed it, my mouth tasted moist and slick, like it was almost oily. It was very good. And then
You'll
my
get that
favorite,
from
like a
Chateau
American
Neuf de Pape
beer.
as well.
yo, I'm gonna buy. I bookmarked that, Cabby. You'll see. When I get my palate, you'll see my Bombardier. And when I get that bottle, I'll hold that up and have a glass with you, mate.
Oh, by the way, you want something really good to go with that wine? Get some Belgian truffles. Get some, but proper truffles, not the ones that are hard coated. You know, the ones which are just dusted. So
Yeah.
soft truffles. You get some Belgian truffles and have those with that wine. And I swear to God,
Mercy, I haven't had lunch yet.
So now, all out of sudden, we find out that this Cabbage is actually man of fine tastes. I
Oh,
wouldn't have
man,
expected
are you
that.
I never would have guessed, ever.
No, Cabby.
yeah,
In fact,
definitely.
Doppelganger, I would say that I'm very honored to be with 4 Renaissance men right now. That's what I consider all 4 of you. As much as I bust all y'all's balls, but you, the Beard Barian, Conscious Caracal, and Cabbage Patch are all Renaissance men. Not somebody that's going to go for a $2 cigar and some well-brand whiskey. Well, and don't get me wrong. I guess if there was nothing else, of course, the
In a
gentleman
hard
would
pin.
would
On
get.
the funds I have at my disposal.
Hey, I'll drink whatever's local. So if it's moonshine, I'll try it. You got to try everything once, right?
Well, you ain't stealing that from me because I already changed my hard drink. So my favorite beer, boy, that is a very tough one, but I'm going to go with Bell's from Bell's Brewery in Comstock, Michigan. Bell's Two-Hearted Ale, the most hoppy motherfucking 7.5% beer that you will ever have. And I would be drinking it now, but the shit's $12 a sixer. For goodness sake, you can pay 12 quid a sixer. If they'd only bring it down to less than 2 quid a freaking bottle, I'd probably buy more of the stuff and they'd make more money too. So holy shit, I think I've been presenting this whole time. I feel like a moron right now. I really have been. So anyway, there's my beer because I'm going to go to
Everybody.
I'm going to get Caracals. And then my favorite hard liquor is honestly, if I have to say over the counter, Popcorn Sutton moonshine. You can only get it in a few states right now because Jack Daniels is suing them. And here's you, Popcorn, drinking this Jack Daniels. God save me and God rest your soul, sir. You were a hell of a mountain man, and Oldham County misses you, sir. God bless you. God rest you.
My favorite type of drunk is a beer drunk because it's a slow burn and you can control it. So you can exactly know when you're at your perfect limit for like, okay, this is how I want to stay. I'm going to stop drinking for a while. Then it's just the perfect drink for you.
All right,
Gentlemen,
Carol, I want to know your
finely
favorite wine.
regulated, like,
Yeah, your favorite wine, your favorite beer, and your favorite whiskey or hard liquor.
Okay. Favorite wine will have to be any wine from South Africa. I do like a Pinotage. I'm not going to name any brands, but the Pinotage from where I come from, where I was born, is actually from the cellar in my hometown. It's actually pretty fucking amazing. Favorite beer, Windhoek Lager all the way from Namibia. Their Reinheidsgebod means that they always produce top quality.
Wait, from Namibia? Say the name slower so that I can understand.
Yeah. Namibia.
What was the name of the beer?
Took Lager.
Took, T-O-O-K?
Windhoek. I'll post it in the side chat.
Okay, yeah, because I want to show everybody the beer. All right, go ahead, sir. Sorry to cut you off like that.
And what was the other question? Favorite beer, favorite
favorite
wine?
beer, favorite wine, and then now your favorite hard booze. It could be a port, it could be a liqueur, it could be a whiskey, a wine. Excuse me, not wine. Anything like
hard booze will have to be. Let me think. I do like brandy and Coke, just because of when I was in university, that was like our staple when going to the pub. I don't know if you Americans drink brandy and Coke.
Are you kidding? I like Crevassier and Coke, but most people get pissed and want to slap the glass out of your hand because you got to, Crevassier in with Coke. They want you to slap Crevassier.
I do enjoy a whiskey as well. Three Ships is incredible.
Wait, do you know where Three Ships is made? Is that South African?
Yeah, but I'm sorry, but you do
African,
not.
If I remember correctly,
you do not use a good brandy if you're gonna. You don't add a mixer to a good brandy.
I knew that. Yeah, no, I know, Cab.
Sorry, a good whiskey. That's just hideous.
Yeah, it is plus profligation, sir, isn't it?
Three Ships is a South African whiskey. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now, and it's actually very, very modestly priced, in my opinion. It says Virgin Black Whiskey. Let me screen share this because this is actually very moderately priced. And yes, Cabbage, you're right. Every time I pour Coca-Cola in a Crevassier or a nice brandy, I should be drug out in the street and fucking stripped naked and chased by dogs.
Yes.
So this here is this Virgin Black. This is the Three Ships, and it is in stock today and would ship for $32.99 if you're 21 or over. That looks good, bro.
That's some good quality whiskey. Yeah.
It looks very dark.
But I consider myself a beer connoisseur. So whenever I visit a small town, I always check out the craft beers and whatever they got. Black Label is also one of my other favorite beers. But it's it's one of the most popular beers in the country also. So
I'm gonna check that out.
The name is Black Beer.
Black Label.
Oh, Black Label. Sorry. Yeah, I'm loving this right here. This stuff looks good.
I'll give it a shot.
I still can't
it's lager. I don't drink lager.
Okay, can I get a link in the side chat for that guy I asked you yesterday if I can welcome him on the stream for like a bit?
Oh, you want the link to this? To what? Okay, it's in the top when you look at the window you're in. But I'll send it to you. You can in fact on today I sent it out in the thing. Anybody's welcome today.
Okay, cool. I'll
tonight. Don't anybody send out the link, man. Tonight when Blaire's on, please. I'll send out links appropriately, and that would make my people, as in Day is Dead, and the British are shit a brick, and I wouldn't be able to invite anybody again. So this is the Virgin stream where I'm like, have everybody's blessing to give my people the fucking link. So don't let me down, my people. I know we're shitlords, but just be good for about an hour or two. It'll be all right. We'll talk shit about it later.
Awesome.
Exactly. There's always the after-hour stream.
No, I didn't mean you.
What's your favorite beer?
I didn't mean you. You're always. I was saying before you popped on. You're a very good bloke, man. You're a good dude.
Thanks, man. What's your favorite beer, man?
Yes.
Oh, I said it. I think I said it all. My favorite beer is Two Hearted Ale.
Yeah, maybe I didn't catch it.
My favorite wine is Lafite, Chateau Lafite, 1948, that I've ever had. I didn't buy it, by the way. I need to tell you that too. It was bought at a dinner party I was at, and I was able to enjoy a glass of it. It was something else. And like I told Cabbage, he mocked me a little bit. And I don't blame him because that's like a big name. It may have been that I was drunk and just out of my mind that somebody paid an unknown sum to me, but was probably enough to run my life for a couple months for that fucking bottle of wine. So that was that. I had to do a big disclaimer on the Lafite. And then I would say that my favorite whiskey is Popcorn Sutton, his moonshine. And now I got to have another drink to Popcorn Sutton. Look how that works, Carrickle. Thank you very much for that, sir. Popcorn Sutton. I love the fact that you had a room in your house covered in mirrors that was called Watch Yourself Fucking Eat Pussy Room. And I wish I could have met you while you were alive. And I'm glad that my daddy knew you. And you made the best whiskey I ever had, sir. God rest your soul. Ooh, got a little bit in my beard there. Ooh, it smells good.
I'll drink to that as well.
I tell you, man. I tell you, people say whiskey smells bad, but I think it smells good.
What's your favorite beer? We still don't have your beer.
Two Hearted Ale from Bell's Brewery.
Oh, okay. Well, you haven't had Bombardier yet, so
no.
See how that holds out.
No, and I'm thinking that might be his hobby. Two Hearted Ale is 6.5% alcohol. It's very strong, and it's very hoppy. And Cabbage, I'll be honest, I'm allergic to hops. I can only have 2 or 3 of them, or I get such a splitting headache that I feel like I want to die, and that bothers me.
You're going to find Lohberg is the nearest European version of Bombardier I can find. But I tell you what, you will never get a better beer to slake your thirst. You know when you're walking, when you're working in the chickens and everything, right? When you're out and it's hot, that will slake a thirst. I swear to God, you'll be happy you bought that pallet. I can assure you. You won't regret it. You won't regret it.
The one that I like to slake the thirst, as you say, sir, is Corona. I won't even lie. Or Modelo. Really, to be honest, it's just harder to get here, and it's way more expensive. I can get a 6er of Corona for like $5, but Modelo Extra, it's like $10 a 6-pack, man. It's made by the same company. They're like the Budweiser and Busch of Mexico. Anyway, but I can't wait. I won't lie. I'm really excited because I did pay it was a fucking pallet of beer. It's daggone 12 boxes. Each box has 4 12-packs. So it's 144.
They won't go to waste.
104. No. And they assured me that this beer, the way it's bottled, is good for 15 years, they said. Mm-hmm. As long as it don't get hot. As long as I keep it in my basement. They said if it's in about 60-degree temperature, that it's good they said for 15 years for sure. Which
it's not even going to say a year. What do you mean?
No, hell
Jesus.
No. I drink 20 beers a day. And look, Cabby, we talk about a lot. This to round up this, and I would like for somebody else to come up with 3 questions for the panel, because I did for whiskeys. But and I'll pass to Cabbage. Ask us anything, Cab, when it comes to your turn. Right now.
Favorite cheese. Somebody asked it in the chat. The favorite cheese.
Go ahead. Start with you.
Oh, Bishop's Finger. Hang on. Yeah, no, push button said Bishop's Finger. Yeah, it's beautiful, mate. Love it. Good stuff, but still Bombardier. Write it out. Yeah, favorite cheese. Mine is Limeswold. I love Limeswold. It's very specific. It's a British cheese. You will never find it in America.
Night Dop. Thanks for coming by, brother. See you tonight.
See you later.
I miss saying goodbye to Beer Baron.
Have fun, guys.
Mate.
God bless you, sir. So what? Say that one more time, Cab. These new names are always tough for me, so say it slow.
It's Limeswold.
Limeswold.
Yeah. Okay. It's a particular type of cheese. It's it's kind of like a camembert or a brie, that kind of, like a soft cheese. Yeah. It's not like cheddar. That's my personal preference.
I like, go ahead, Carrickle. What's your favorite cheese?
I'm not really that big a fan of cheeses, to be honest. I don't really have like a certain type of cheese that I don't go to every time.
Well, that's cool. I like Kasari cheese, which is sheep cheese. It comes from sheep milk, not goat.
Okay.
But sheep. It's called Kasari. It's also kind of soft, Cab. You can spread it on crackers, but it's really barnyardy. I mean, it's...
Okay, my question will be, what is your favorite piece of meat or like type of meat?
Oh.
And how is it prepared?
Well, mine's lamb. I fucking love lamb.
I know
lamb is lamb, not mutton, not that sheepy barnyard smell shit that you get in America. I mean, actual lamb, lamb chops, leg of lamb, that kind of stuff. Oh yes, every time. I'm salivating even thinking about a good leg of lamb.
Yeah. Well, I'm not even going to change it because my favorite is what I do is I take lamb chops and I put them in a hot frying pan, real hot, and on each side until they smoke, which usually takes about a minute and a half. Then I take that hot frying pan and I put it in the oven. Now there'll be about 6 lamb chops in there, nice ones. And and by the way, before I do that, I push whole cloves of garlic. Rosemary as well. Rosemary and a bit of parsley. I make a crumble of rosemary and pepper, Cab, and I put them on the outside, and then I fry it like that, like I said, and then I put it in the oven at about 320 degrees for about 15 minutes. Take it out, put it on a plate. I tint it with tin foil for about 15 minutes of the rest, and then I have it with a wee bit of mint jelly. And
that's always good. Yeah.
So the way it comes out, to answer your question, also the way it comes out is about medium well, almost medium rare, almost rare to medium well. Yeah. It's very pink.
Kind of beyond blue. You want it,
But there you go. I'm also Cab. I can't talk about that. I'm salivating.
I fucking love lamb.
So how about you, Scarecrow? Same question to you.
I think my answer would be pretty much the same as both of you. Lamb chops from the Karoo Desert. Nothing beats that. You can actually, and this is not a joke, you can taste the felt, the nature plants within their meat. It's incredible.
I love that gamey wild taste, man.
Yeah, but like I said, it's the difference between, you got to get it as lamb. If it's going to be lamb, it's got to be less than 6 months old. Certainly less than a year. Once it goes beyond a year, it becomes mutton, and you just get that really musky smell to it. Like that.
A very close second would be Springbok.
Springbok.
I've never had that.
Yes, I've had that.
Yeah, it's a national animal.
Yeah. I had that. Well, my brother is
jealous. I can only imagine that is so tender because those are really pretty little animals.
Those are wild animals. They're not domesticated.
No, I know fuck you up.
They're really. My second, since we're saying it now, my second is the tip off of the hind loin on a Michigan shot doe, less than a year old. Also, I'd say if you can get a doe that's just out of its spots, and fuck all y'all. If you don't like what I'm saying, read my shirt. Animals were put here for us to eat. And if you don't believe somebody put them here, well, you eat animals. That's just the way it is. So don't bust my balls. But if you can get a female deer, about 4 or 5 months old is the best. I'm salivating again, Cab. And then you get the very tips off the hind loins. And my goodness, I'll fry them with morel mushrooms and scourge of the earth. That's for you. Just ran this guy. Boom, that's it.
South African braai, which is like our version of the barbecue. Well, your barbecue is more the version of our braai.
Right. A friend of mine just reminded me of something. I was going to say, because beef cheeks as well. Anyone who's ever had cheeks, whether it's beef cheeks or cod cheeks,
that's a delicacy during Christmas time.
The tongue is better if you know how to prepare, but the cheeks that is the best.
Yeah, the cow tongue is like a delicacy during Christmas here in South Africa.
When it's done, they tell the British like a gelatin because they allow it to melt. We have that over here too. Used to get
Americans throw the tongue out, boys. Can you believe that? I've been to the slaughterhouse many times, and they got the tongues all in a big tub, and they're gonna throw them out. I was like, wait,
wonderful.
And I take them home. You got to know how to skin them. You can't leave just the outside of the tongue on there. You got to know how to skin them, and then how to prepare them. But also oxtail. If you've never
oxtail,
that is my favorite winter dish is oxtail.
I mean, you can make it. That's the best stew.
Okay, why did you fucking make me salivate now, Mike?
Yeah, oxtail is. I just thought of that because I like Jamaican style, but the king of Esti, who's been on some live streams with me, and hopefully he'll be on this weekend. I just don't want to pop him out because he's had a stroke and he's down, but he'll still make and eat oxtail. I guarantee you. And
I made myself some oxtail last week, coincidentally.
Isn't it funny how they're so tough and shit, but when you make them right, if you know how to slow cook them,
pressure cooker will just melt it. And you end up with that sort of fatty, you know, when it cools, if you have it overnight, and then in the morning you got that like crust that you got to crack with all the fat that's been extracted. Oh, it's good stuff.
What up, Tomahawk? Well,
love it.
He muted himself, but we want to know what your favorite kind of meat is, what your favorite beer is, what your favorite wine is, and what your favorite whiskey is, and you can answer them in that order, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Sure can. So what is your favorite cut of meat, and how is it prepared? What is your favorite wine, your favorite beer, and your favorite whiskey? Welcome to Ogre's channel.
Hey, thanks. I don't know. I'm not much of a hard alcohol guy, but Jameson's not bad. Especially with ice. And I just like a Rolling Rock beer, and I don't really drink wine, man. What I do is the cheap shit. Yeah. Did
Just
you know
Rolling
that
Rocks for you, Tomahawk.
Did you know that
how's it prepared?
The creators of that beer still don't know what the 33 means? It's just like a grandfathered in.
Nobody knows what it means.
No, they don't.
It's open for interpretation.
Yeah.
All right. Well, unless you want to bring something else up, we would like to know your favorite cut of meat, because we're men here, and how it's prepared.
A nice sirloin steak. But I don't like rare. You can call me a pussy all you want, but I don't like rare meat.
No, I wouldn't call you a pussy. In fact, they're easier to eat when they're rare. So if you like them well done, I would call you a fucking cannibal, because they're like.
Yeah. But when I cook my burgers, it's like a hockey puck.
To each their own, brother. It don't matter how you like your meat, as long as you eat it.
As long as you're not sucking it.
As long as you like meat. If you said you were a vegetarian, we might have thought you were a pussy.
No. I'm picky
All right,
when it
well,
comes to
now that you answered those questions, welcome to the Ogre stream. Is there something you wanted to question the panel about? Are you a longtime viewer? What?
Well, I saw a few of you guys' streams before. So it's pretty interesting shit, man. I was talking to Conscious Carrico the other day on Twitter, and I was just telling him how a lot of people think, you know, all this immigration shit is only coming from the southern border, and it's not. I mean, Berkeley is not ground zero for the problems. All of these friendship schools and children getting trophies for second place, that shit is coming from New England, and all of those kids are growing up and becoming hipsters and moving to LA. It's I don't know. It's like poison here.
Yeah, but that's an interesting insight, that the source isn't always where the product is seen. Like the source is usually from another city or another region.
Yeah, well, that's it.
But the end product kind of like manifests somewhere else.
Yeah, I kind of feel like we're being forgotten, you know, in this weird culture where everybody's forgetting about New England. But we have entire states. Our whole states up here are sanctuary states. But there's lots of people in these states who don't want to pay taxes for these people, and I don't know. All these Muslim meetings at churches happen, you know, and nobody goes to film them, and nobody goes to see what's going on. Even it just goes on.
That's the thing. Me not living in the US or in France or whatever, I don't know what the situation is like on the ground. I can only rely on what the articles tell me and what the news covers and what I see on Twitter and the internet. So if something's not reported on, on the outside, have no way of finding out unless I hear from someone on the ground.
Well, I've tried to tell people about it. Like 2 years ago in my town, a Haitian illegal had murdered a younger girl, and they hadn't discovered her until 3 days later. They found her in her closet, all hacked up, and this guy was arrested for murder in our country before, and he was supposed to have been deported twice, but Haitian. Oh yeah, I saw you sent Haiti refused.
That, article link, yeah.
Yeah, Haiti refused to repatriate him or whatever. So they wouldn't take him, and it's like, I don't know. Explain to that girl's family how that guy was even here. Why was he even here? You know, I don't get it. It's just upsetting, man.
Yeah, man. Ogre, you look like you want to play something on that guitar.
Oh, I just grabbed it. I actually, you know, this is like, if anybody watches the Peanuts there's a kid with a blanket. I'm thinking, folks, I'm not going to belabor it, but Cabbage busted my balls last night off air. And Cab, I've been fucking thinking about this. And famous people just don't tweet you back every 5 minutes. And I don't want to make it like I had tweeted somebody 50,000 times, but my name's on the line, Cabby. I'm just holding my blankie, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's right. I know, Ogre. That's all it is. You need your little safe space.
Yeah, I do.
Get yourself
Hey,
beer.
there's a dude I follow on Twitter that said his safe space is a athletic sock underneath his bed. I would have to look up who it was. I think Caracal knows him. If it's not Caracal, it's Beard Barian.
Who is it?
This guy's a shit. I don't care. Well, I would try to think of his name. Shit. Oh man, I'll have to look it up now. What a great thing.
Does that include some Vaseline? A little bit of.
Oh yeah, he alluded to the safe space
sock
was what he puts his penis in while he masturbates. Yes.
Thank you for explaining that to those in the audience that were still not over the line yet.
Oh. Hey, look. I'm gonna take a nap, and I'm leaving at 4:00. I have to get in contact with like a couple of my girlfriends because they're hurting, man, and they need to know that their ever-loving ogre is here for them. Because it's not a question of if you have many girlfriends or many wives, and if that's good or bad. The only way it could be bad is if you can't take care of them, you faggots. If you can't take care of one woman, then leave her alone. Go get your life together, man. But if you can take care of 20 or 30, or if you were like King Solomon of old and you could take care of 900 wives and 750 concubines, have at it. Just make sure that you can be emotionally there for them, and that you can be financially there for them, and that you can be there for them. That's all. So I've got to go and talk to a couple of people that I know at 4.
That's cool, man.
And yes, I'm Blaire White, man. I would like for her to be one of the girls. No, I wouldn't. That was bullshit. I'm just drunk. I'm just happy that she's coming on, and I'm honored. And it's hard for me because, like some people on that are going to be on the panel, I'm slightly conflicted. And the reason I don't have a problem with Blaire White is not because I don't have a problem with transsexuals, Cabbage, and you know it because Riley Dennis, right, Cab? I mean, fuck me. You look at that one and it's like you're going to misgender Riley Dennis because
Riley Dennis, that's just a dude in a dress. That's just a transvestite. That's not even real. This is what gets me is, they always troll out these really pretty, kind of people that you might potentially think, like in a nightclub or whatever, and then you end up with Riley Davis with an Adam's apple the size of a fucking durian fruit.
So like that copper cab guy.
Durian. Copper Cab everybody knows Copper Cab is a joke, right?
Yeah, but if it wouldn't surprise me if he was real, to be honest.
Poe's law. You can't parody a radical in the edge of the spectrum of absurdism.
Poe's law, bitches. But I will play y'all a song if y'all want to hear one. And then, but I'm not going to go. If I play a song, I'm going to play a song now because Doppelganger's gone. And he was like busting my balls the other day talking about, well, some people just do things that they say and some people just pretend. And he wonders why he got kicked out yesterday, Cabby. If I've kicked Cabby out twice now, and I actually felt bad about it, but I kicked Doppel out yesterday and I feel like a fucking $1 million.
Why did you kick him out yesterday?
Oh, it was a joke. I'm not even going to go there. I mean, I'm not going to try to make it like it was serious. It was just a joke. And I did think he said some bullshit in the after chat, just like mocking me. He was like, let's go start another chat.
Sorry, four.
Not me. I've kicked you out twice.
Well, I don't know who else kicked me out, but I got kicked 4 times so far. I'm counting them. They're medals.
I'm lie to you. If you got kicked out, it had to be me. So if it was fucking 4, it was probably 4. I'm not going to call you a liar, Cabby. I guarantee that. I'm not going to call you a liar. So maybe it was 4, but if I did, you're not. That's why I did it, because you heard him, Cabbage. Last night he was like, we were in the after show too, and he was like, well, Ogre is getting very boring, and I would like to go and start my own chat, and whoever would like to go, because Ogre is a fucking moron with a beard, follow me. And I was like, yeah, fuck, you trying to derail my shit too, fuck off, and kicked him out. Anyway, so it was just shits and giggles anyhow. And I try to look out for people, but it never works out because one time I kicked Cabbage out because it was late, but he didn't have anything going at that time. So he pointed out to me on an email later. He was like, "Fuck you, faggot! I don't need a dad." It's like, so anyway, sometimes it backfires for one reason, sometimes it backfires for another. I was gonna play a song called what's that called? You know, her mother. Oh my gracious! But in fact, I'm not even gonna look it up because I'm gonna play a different song. This is a song by Johnny Cash called "The Wreck of the Old '98." Who here knows my tagline at all? Any part of it?
I know a little bit.
Okay, do you know the gist of it? What's the gist of my tagline?
The tagline at the end of every episode.
Yeah.
Gist of it is that there's a little bit of an echo.
Oh, sorry. It's because I'm on studio. What's the gist of it? It's basically what?
Yeah, the gist of it is basically that you can't just postpone everything into the future. You need to presently, if there's someone that you need to forgive or something that you need to make right, you need to do it now. Because life is, you never know what's going to come next in life, and your life is temporary. It will end someday. So you need to do what you can while you have the time.
Well said. This is The Wreck of the Old 97 by Johnny Cash. Well, they gave him his orders in Monroe, Virginia. They said, "Steve, you're way behind your time. This is not 38, it's the old 97. You must put her into Richmond on time." Well, he turned around and smiled at his black, greasy fireman. He said, "Shovel on a little more coal. And when we cross that White Oak Mountain, I'll just watch old 97 roll." Well, it's a mighty rough road from Lynchburg to Danville in a line with a 3% grade. It was on one of those grades that he lost his air brake. Oh, you see what a jump that he made. He was going down the grade at better than 100 miles an hour, and the whistle broke into a scream. They found him dead. His hand was melted to the throttle. He got scalded to death by the steam. And the telegram, it came from Washington Station. Oh, and this is how it read. Oh, the brave engineer that ran that old 97, he's lying up in Danville dead. Now this is the story to all you people. Hear my high moan and learn. Never speak harsh words to your true love and family. They may leave you and never return. And now Johnny Cash has departed from us also, so he's left and never returned. There you go. So that's a wreck of the old 97. The reason I played that is because, like I say at the end of every video that I do, and Conscious Carrick will put much better than I can, so I won't try to gild the lily too long. You never know, folks. The next time I see Cabbage and we get in a little spat and I'm a dick to him in my own heart, I may never see him again. And how would I feel if I was just being vindictive in the moment and then something would happen to my brother? So it's always good to be in the moment, as Carrick said. Don't postpone for 1 sec. That was, I just saw him. That was a centrist Canadian.
Yeah, I saw him too. For like a second. You're still on studio.
Okay, centrist Canadian, if you're, I didn't see that you had any chat out there. And Review the Earth. I see you out there. If you come in, just be, I mean, say what you want, but don't tell us about yourself too much, because centrist Canadian. Gonna try to give you a second to say something there, brother. It's good to have you on the show.
Thank you very much. I was
Hey, man.
sup. I've been trying to get on the show for so long, but I'm pretty busy, so
Yeah.
Well, no worries, Tristan. We want to have you on the Monday show here probably in about a month.
yeah.
What
Okay.
might be it might actually be, I said that, but I have to look at the schedule. It might be sooner than that, but I'll send you a time, then you can decide whether or not you want. So I just want to say, like I would say to Lily, like I would say to Review the Earth, we want to hear from you, but we don't want to know much about you right now because I want to have you as a special guest, and we'll
Right.
ask you a lot of questions then.
Right. Okay. So I pretty much don't say anything and just listen.
No.
Fuck up.
I'm not
I'm just-
saying that at all.
I'm just
Not a
kidding.
leak.
I'm just kidding.
Okay, all right. Cabbage will take over now.
No, are you a French Canadian?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, I have no interest in you now.
We're
Sorry, brother. This is the day show, I must add, which means we just shit post and stuff in here, man. It's all good.
cool.
Mm. Oh yeah, I wanted to ask Tomahawk, from what part of the US are you again?
New England, man, Northeast.
New England. Oh yeah. No, I forgot. Okay, so now you have a Canadian, 2 Americans, an Englishman, and a South African on stream. Okay.
Canadian French person.
And also,
Yeah.
I would ask the centrist Canadian, how do you feel about the Macron? Do you even give it shit?
I don't give a crap.
And
You
you
know,
like Trudeau? Yeah.
I don't
You
like
getting
Trudeau.
those fucking those.
I've watched a lot of his videos, Cap. So what I'll do is I'll leave you a link in the side chat to his videos. Check out his stuff, man. He's really good, Cap. You'll love it.
Cool.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, well, I hope he's.
Oh, that
enlightening
said, I'll also
Frenchman.
put a link out in the chat. They know Blaire White's going to be on tonight, Canadian. So a lot of times we have a few more than 21, which by that I mean like 23. But
If she makes a tweet, we're gonna get much more than 21.
yeah, I asked her to. But yeah, I'm going to shoot it out in the main chat too. Check out the centrist Canadian. To me, I find the best YouTubers don't necessarily have a giant number behind the sub thing. Some of the best I've ever found, I wonder why don't they have
No, you
100,000
said this
more than
before.
Sargon?
Well, thank you very much, anyways.
I mean, everyone on this show pretty much has a sub count under 1,000, except the Britisher
Yeah.
Fucking Britisher and his big old sub
and his
count.
elitism. Him and Sargon.
big old tough guy, always trying to run my fucking life.
He got his patronage, from the Sargon. He got knighted by Sargon.
Yeah, I know. He's probably listening right now. That's why I said that. I mean, hey, he's a good guy. But you know what? Every time somebody gets really big, which he's not yet, I keep my eye on him. So I love you,
Sydney
British
Rough
and whatnot. But as soon as you get over 100,000 subs, I'm going to be watching you, dude. Don't you start if you start talking about the Rothschilds and whatnot, it's over. We're not friends anymore.
So it's when you say I keep an eye on you, it's always the Sydney Rough Diamond thing with his glory hole. And that's all I can think of.
Oriole. No, I always think of that. I always think
I just think you're going to
Trump.
get a dick poked in your eye.
I get to put it right out, right? Oh. Now, but what I think about, I think of Melania Trump. Because I always say, I got my eye on you, Donald, and I got my eye on Melania for a whole nother reason.
She's like the hottest first lady ever, hands down.
Oh, yeah. Definitely
Well, I
better
would say,
than,
I humbly
Jackie
disagree
Onassis.
because Jackie O was a
Yeah,
little-
Jackie was pretty hot. Man.
she was, and
Yeah.
at least it's neck and neck. But she's in my lifetime. Oh my gracious! I would.
Well, who wouldn't like to see the two of them go at it together?
Jackie O had the hips.
Man, she was just full woman. But I would say the first lady is so hot that if she farted under the covers, I wouldn't even bitch her out.
Yeah, right?
Cool. That's cool. Sorry, centrist Canadian, you did come on Monday, and this is the fucked up stream. This is like the balls to the wall stream.
Awesome.
I do want to know a little bit without delving too deep.
Okay.
Are you willing to say? So you are you from Quebec? Are you willing to say that?
No, I am from Quebec. Yeah.
Okay. Can I ask you a
Anyway,
question?
Nothing matters.
How do you say? Would you like to have casual sex with an ogre in La Francais?
Est-ce que tu voudrais faire du sexe casuel avec the ogre?
Okay. I'm not gonna try that right now, but I have it, and I will take this one later. I'll take it out and listen to that several times, and I'll get it one more time, a little slower. So because I will. It's recorded. Remember that we're on it.
OK.
A little slower.
OK. Voudrais-tu faire l'amour ben, in Quebec, there's like some sort of
L'amour. So you said l'amour.
L'amour, yeah.
So you said make love. No, I want to say, okay, how about this one? Would you like to fuck the ogre one time?
Est-ce que tu voudrais faire du sexe avec the ogre?
Okay, that's perfect.
Pour une fois.
I can give you an Afrikaans version as well.
Yeah, come on, give it to me, Carrico. How about this one?
Okay.
Will you please
me,
shut
David.
up, please?
Give it to me.
Hey, how about
I need it up the ass.
Carrico, I'm here for the blowjob.
Oh, that's what I need to say?
No, Carrico.
Oh, sorry. Okay, sorry.
What should I say?
I'm here about the blowjob.
Ek is hier vir die pielvry.
That sounded like Russian.
No, he's Dutch, man. He's Dutch.
I know, but it sounded so like Russian.
Well, he's actually South African.
All accents are pretty
Seventh
close.
generation. I just noticed that Review the Earth is here. Thank you, sir, for showing up. I want to warn you also, like I did Centrist Canadian, this is a Monday. Blaire White is scheduled to be on in just a mere 2 hours and 30 minutes, and I am shit-faced. So we're just shit posting. And I believe you're a fellow Michigander, and I know that you play music. I've seen you playing old Hank Williams, man. So the myself and Nachi Free and you, it would be your choice. I would rather play the bass and drums and let you and Nachi decide who wants to play the lead or the rhythm or bop back and forth. And we want to do a little collaboration where we put the song together individually and then pop it up, put it on our channels and be like, we rule because we do music.
Yeah. I don't know how to do this though. Am I on?
I'll show you. Easy little thing called Audacity. If you don't have it, it's fucking easy. Any microphone you got that you've been using will work fine. You'll see. It's easy.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Before you
I can't. I can't hear you.
Okay, sorry. I'm trying to not get too crazy here. Just trying to follow.
What did you say?
We monsieur. No, it's groovy. And Review the Earth. I've watched about 15 of your videos. How do you see a morel mushroom? Is there some kind of trick because I go with old timers and they can spot. What is the trick you use to find morels, if any?
I haven't actually gone out hunting in a while. My father and my mother, they went on a walk and they found them. The trick is just to look and have a stick, like a walking stick, and just walk through the woods. I don't really have any good tips other than elms. They say dead elms are the best place to find them. I don't know if that's an old wives' tale or not, though.
Well, they use, they train terriers to do it, to sniff them out. I mean, pigs for truffles, but they do eat them.
Review the Earth. If you look up at the top bar, you'll see a tool bar and on your top window, and one of them is settings. If you click, I'm sorry. In fact, Cabbage is the one that told me this. You let him do it. One of them has like a bar that shows where your bandwidth is. If you click that and compromise just a little bit, we'll be able to see you, but you'll be synced up. If you click on that, in fact, if you hover over that top bar where you see the little bars going up like it's a cell phone thing, it says adjust bandwidth. Click on that. If you put it like in the middle, it might be a little blurrier, but we'll be able to see your mouth move with your voice.
Okay, I'm not seeing that. I'm trying to dink around on here.
That's better anyway.
Okay.
So are you on a computer?
No, I'm on my cell phone.
Yeah, don't worry about it. That's better anyway. It's probably just going to vary. I'll just be quiet about it. What is that you have, sir?
Walking stick.
Oh, I thought it was like the bass stick man's like fucking whoop ass stick.
We should make.
I was going to say no. That's
bass stick man on the stream. We should tempt him by telling him we'll make him a stick, a quality weapon. If he comes on the
I've been trying to get him on. He is one of the hardest people that even get to notice you. Lionel Nation. Anybody that's got an N that can hear my voice. Lionel Nation. Not Gay Jared. Not Crowder. You can stuff it. Not Gay Jared. And also Bass Stick Man. They're just. I've got other people I'm working with right now that I'm not going to mention until they say yes, no, maybe so. But those three people, Lionel Nation, I have made some pretty cool tweets, and I don't even know. I wonder if it's him tweeting or if he's got people work for him. Sour grapes for me.
Become an industry. By the way, your walking stick, technically, it was a quarterstaff.
Yes.
So it used to be called.
Cool. I like quarterstaff.
Yeah, I've got. In fact, I'll go
Weapon of
grab
war.
it. Just talk about it.
That's what Robin Hood lost to Friar
Big
Tuck?
John.
Or, no, Big John. Yeah, Big John. That's right. Big John's weapon was a quarterstaff. There you go, man.
Yeah. That's
Quarterstaff.
quarterstaff for sure.
Intimidating.
Yeah.
Love it.
You can bash someone's face in.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, the down the road from me, there's a little spot I haven't got to yet, but I live out in the country quite a ways, but there's all sorts of spots to go. But they say like shady areas are kind of the best to look. Shady, damp, kind of half damp, half not, you know, but shaded. Dead elms, things like that.
Yeah, look what Ogre's got. He's actually got one
I
that
would
he
be
had them
willing to
trimmed.
give this to Base Stickman. I don't know if he'd want to use this one. The King made
You
this.
can kill
It's got a
someone with
nice.
that.
It's got a nice hand thong on it, and it even says
shit.
King down here at the bottom. It says
It's
right
like
there.
a
It says
mace.
King. The King made
It's like
this.
a
And I'm
mace.
gonna tell you what. It's been lacquered, and I've never used it obviously because the sticks are still there. But I'll tell you what. The person that gets the ogre to whack him with this right here. It's a bad, bad, bad day because these would break off inside of you. I'd whack. I mean, I would. If I pulled this out, it wouldn't be to show it. It would be to batter, swing, batter.
That's
Anyway,
nature's mace right there.
for sure. And I would give this. These are the roots, Cabbage. These are the King. You know the King. The King made this. These are the roots of the tree. And I tell you what, I would give this to Base Stickman. I know that the King would be down for it. It even has my business name on it, Cyclones. Me and the King, he's my 50-50 partner in the soap thing. This has our business name on it. Cyclones. He put some flames on. Anyway, I'm done rambling because I'm really stoked. That was a good idea, Caracal. I will give Base Stickman this ceremonial whoop-ass stick if he comes on my show.
Yes.
Heck of a prize right there. That's a
That will
sweet.
lure him.
God bless him. I mean, what a guy. I've watched him and the guy that's got the Captain America. And I tell you, man, Captain America is bigger than me. And I'm bigger built-wise than Base Stickman as far as, like, I mean, I work out. I don't think Base Stickman does. But
What about that Spartan dude?
America, and he, man, you can see Base just boom, boom when he gets maced in that one at Berkeley, I think it is. And he is mowing down about 5 people in front of him. That dude is like a sharp side through new grass, man. Sorry. I'd really love it on the show.
What did you say? You said something that I couldn't hear.
The Grim Reaper.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we joked that Falcon Millennial would become Based Medic.
Oh, that's mean. Come on. I mean, he's a young
Man, I was going to get a beer. What'd you
He's
say?
still trying to get his shit together.
I said we always joke that Falcon Millennial is going to become Based Medic.
You know what? Falcon Millennial's a fucking pussy. He's a racist.
Where did that come
dude.
from?
Yeah, he's a racist little tweasel. No, I don't know. I just like
that.
And on top of that, I just was telling the truth. It's like Dad spanked him until he was 15 years old or something, 20. I don't know.
There you go. Here's the consequences.
Yeah, and look at him now.
That's
He's just like a little mincing little doggone Cabbage.
You
tell us
call
all.
everyone a faggot. You called me a fucking faggot the other day. You
Well, but I didn't do it on air. Don't mention it now, dude. It was just a joke between friends. I'm saying this. You ruined it. No, I didn't. No, I would never call Cabbage a mincer.
No, he didn't. I retract that statement. It never happened.
No, he's a stand-up guy, old Cabby is. But as far as the Millennial Falcon, I don't know. He's all right. I wouldn't mind having him on my side in a gunfight, but take the gun from the little faggot, and he ain't got nothing.
Well, that's the problem. You
I
know,
haven't
'cause you always
seen
have
him
to
on the
work
stream
on the
in a while.
basics.
Nah, I got a lot of complaints about him. And he could come on maybe, but I've got other people I work with, Caracal, and I don't see you whipping out guns every 5 minutes and shaking them around. And guess what? Some people that watch, I'm a First Second Amendment guy, so that's fine. But you don't see. I used to too. I used to whip out my Glock and stuff, but you don't see me doing it.
Yeah, but
Because-
Ogre, the thing is, he wants to stick a fucking, a laser onto everything. A laser scope on his fucking penis or whatever.
On everything.
Never use it.
Never use it. He couldn't hit a doggone barn with that. He ain't gonna put. Oh.
If you
All right,
can't
let's
use
quit
iron
talking about
sights, you
women
are not a
fucking.
marksman.
Clarifying that
Simple
I'm
as
not
that.
saying he's gay, like faggot gay, like queer gay, like homosexual. Let me put it that way. He's queer, is what we say down south, like weird.
He's
You're basically thinking about the word neurotic.
There you go. Well, queer. It means like strange, other than normal. But
neurotic.
Yeah, but neurotic.
Remember in
Yeah.
Revenge of the Nerds where that guy had the floppy javelin?
Jesus, you got me with that one. I was just taking a drink. Oh, good timing. Revenge of the Nerds. I haven't seen that in years. Oh,
It's a classic.
I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I'm gonna get another stream for that one again.
Cabbage, what is your favorite film?
My favorite what?
Film.
Film. Ooh. I would say. Well, it depends. I've got lots of them. It depends on what genre.
Sci-fi.
Interstellar.
Sci-fi. I did like Dark City.
Okay.
Big
Haven't
fan
seen
of
it.
Dark City. Yeah, it's a good one. Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, sci-fi also. There was oh god, there was also there was one called version. No, it wasn't versions. 1.0 or something. Very weird.
But regardless of
about
genre,
nanotechnology,
just
it's
name
really
some
good.
movies or like films that you would say would be able to reach like your top 5 or top 10. What are like incredible movies in your view?
It's like, well, yeah, we have this over here. It's called Desert Island Disc. Like what things would you take if you ended up on a desert island?
Yeah.
Well, we spoke about this the other night actually, because one of my favorite films is Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. I'd take that with me. Big Lebowski.
Oh yeah.
Undoubtedly.
Good one, man.
That's
gotta
what
come along. Huh?
Big Lebowski's on my top 5 list for damn sure.
Yeah, that's great.
The Big
Yeah.
Lebowski.
Ogre, what is your favorite film?
Oh man, that's a toughie, but I have to just blurt out right now what came to the top of my head and say Dr. Strangelove.
Oh, good choice.
Love it.
Good choice. Love it. Yeah, you can't beat.
Group Captain
you can't
Mandrake.
beat it. It's
I mean,
so
I don't know
funny,
what
isn't
my
it?
favorite one is, but probably.
No, you got the German. Come on, the
Well,
guy in,
Sellers,
the wheelchair
Sellers is
character.
definitely my favorite in the movie.
Peter Sellers, yeah.
You're right. Dr. Strangelove himself is. My brother,
Saint
I
Just
can
American.
walk. That is the best
Yeah.
ending of any movie ever. That is the best ending. Because it goes.
Saint Just Canadian, what is your favorite film?
Interstellar.
Ooh, okay. Was not such a big fan. I thought it was okay.
Sorry?
I thought it was fine, but I don't think it's a 10 out of 10 personally.
I loved it. It was awesome.
Tom Hawk, what is your favorite film?
Yeah, does it have to be sci-fi? Or...
It doesn't have to be sci-fi, any genre.
Probably the remake of Night of the Living Dead.
Okay, interesting choice.
Yeah, you went off. Yeah, you definitely went off on a different skew there. But,
What was that? I was splitting my brain. What's your favorite?
The remake of Night of the Living Dead.
Oh, that's good. That's actually good.
My favorite horror film. It's meant to be a horror film.
Can I guess it, Cabbage?
Please try.
The Rocky Horror Picture Show.
That was my guess.
That is good.
That was my
good,
fucking
but that's
guess.
not the one I was thinking of. That's not the one I was thinking of. It's it's one where the kid. It's a spoof. It's a satire. Oh fuck! I'm gonna have to find it now. I can't remember the damn name of it.
The Devil's Rejects was good too. That might.
It's
be
where You know, they end up. These kids are basically they're attacking these people who are just trying to convert their barn. Sorry, they buy a cabin, and they're treated like rednecks. It's hilarious. Oh God, what is the name of it? I'll find it and I'll
Tucker and Dale versus.
That's
Evil.
it. Yes, that's the one. That is fucking hilarious. I
That
love
movie's
that,
cool,
man. That is too damn funny. I love it. That's my favorite sort of. I mean, I don't get the serious horror ones. It's just some fucking retarded teenager wanders into a community and
that's the essence of horror in the end. Is kind of that ridiculous but absurd.
I'd rather watch Hammer House of Horrors.
On a more serious note, a very good horror movie for me was The Witch that came out last year. That was pretty good.
The one with the goat.
In like settler America.
Yeah, I didn't understand that. Either I'm retarded or that movie's just too subliminal for me.
It's up to interpretation. I just really like the cinematography and the atmosphere that they created.
But what he just said, I made it through very little of that because of what he just said. It was too much shit they were trying to throw at me. I couldn't quite catch.
Deep think.
Hey, Tigerson.
Hey mate, I got your email. Sunday, I don't think it's going to be good for Friday, but Sunday might be if you're cool with that. I was explaining to people earlier on that shit's sort of piling up here.
Yeah, well,
but if it's good for Sunday,
too, so there's some nice relief.
yeah,
Sunday will be right.
Tigerson, let's open with a question. What is your favorite film? Jump right in.
I might have to go for Shawshank Redemption, but that's a bit of a normie answer, isn't it?
Dude, that's my old lady's favorite, Tigerson. I know she'd say it. That's her favorite one.
That's a good movie.
It is good.
It is a good movie.
I don't know, really. I don't know, just so many different films for so many different reasons, but
nobody's pulled anything lame so far. It's pretty good.
I might have to say Shawshank. It's so good. Or Casino Royale. That's pretty good. Reasonably well. Actually, no,
for me, it's more. My favorite film would have to be either The Dark Knight or Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Dark Knight is good. Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Oh my God, that is that's a fucking surprise.
Scott Pilgrim.
That's a surprise.
I read the graphic novel.
I didn't expect to hear that one.
Although I saw Logan recently. That was pretty good.
I hear it's pretty good. It's getting rave reviews.
I haven't seen it yet. I've downloaded it. I've never gone around to watching it.
Another film, but I think it's my South African bias, District 9.
Oh yeah, District 9, very good film. Good sci-fi
that's good.
film.
That's
That was a good one.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm disappointed
South
they never
African
came out with a sequel for it.
Yeah. Being South African just adds like a new level to the film because you find little subtle references that nobody else gets. That's what makes it almost a 10.
My brother was telling me about those, because he went totally over my head, and with him living down there.
Yeah, like little accent changes and everything that they pick up as a South African is
little
a really
tweaks
nice
and tucks. Yeah, proper subtleties. Good film. I tell you, nobody's pulled anything out. I mean, apart from obviously the generic stuff, but nobody said anything fucking cringeworthy, have they?
I was gonna say an animated film, but I wouldn't. But no one says an animated film is their favorite film, do they?
Go for it, man.
Animated film, I would say the original Hobbit.
Wait, what film are you thinking about?
Well, just some of my favorite films are animated films, like
okay, elaborate.
And they're like Chicken Run. I really like that.
Oh yeah, that was fun. Yeah,
I mean,
I like Wallace and Gromit. But
that is like I mean the first three Wallace and Gromits are absolute masterpieces. But
one with the penguin. I think it's the Runaway Trousers or something.
Yeah, that's right.
My mum does Airbnb since all her children have left home. She does Airbnb.
Oh yeah!
She calls her guests the penguins. Wallace and Gromit. Okay, what are you doing?
What was that about?
He's rocking out.
What's he playing?
All right.
Yeah, my favorite animated film would have to be The Iron Giant.
I've not seen that one.
Yeah, oh, it's a fucking classic. Like, it's an incredible film.
Wh-
It's by
who's it-
Brad
which-
Bird, the same guy that did The Incredibles.
Oh,
Yeah.
right, okay.
I've seen
I
it.
do like The
It's,
Incredibles.
It's definitely more, yeah.
One
It's
of my favourite
definitely
Pixar films.
child-related.
What?
Well, it depends what, I mean, again, what do you really call, because, like, you know, you could call animated, like, oh, God, which is the
That
one which is
Beowulf
like,
movie was technically animated, but it was
Yeah,
realistic. Yeah.
what's the Japanese one, you know, that was,
Spirited Away and stuff. That was a
Yeah,
film.
Studio
there's plenty
Ghibli.
of, like, manga stuff and things like that. No, but what was
Akira.
the, no, it's just a big one.
What song are you playing, Ogre? I think.
Do you want to touch me by Joan Jett in the Blackhearts?
Joan Jett, holy shit.
Joan Jett's
Joan
alright.
Jett, Jesus, there's a blast from the past.
Joan Jett's awesome.
Yeah.
So Lebowski for
Sorry,
me.
I'm keyed up for tonight. I'm gonna stop this now. I was just chilling out listening to y'all and that. I had it cranked so loud I could hear y'all talking and that too. It's so fun. Who wouldn't eat Joan Jett's butthole like it was pumpkin pie?
I wouldn't.
Now?
We don't know each other very well. So
I
little-
don't do
forget it.
pink pie.
I'm just
Just
gonna shut up.
don't go
I'm gonna be surly and drink my beer now.
How many have you had tonight already, Ogre?
This is my third beer, but I've had a shitload of whiskey. I've had like this much of a half a pint, which to me is a lot. I don't
Yeah,
usually
we don't know that. You already said it earlier. That could just be tea, right? You already said it.
But
So make
and,
a mind up, man.
on top of that, Tiger scent, as soon as this is over at 4 o'clock, I'm going to lay down and take an hour nap and then get up, take a shower.
I'm looking out for you, okay?
No, I love you. I would like you to look at my one eye. I would like you to stare right deep into the soul of my one-eyed trouser mouth.
Oh my
Oh, thanks, Tiger. No, I'm nervous, man. I'm nervous. I mean, what if she bails on me, man? I feel like it's a hot chick. I've asked her to dance, and she said, yeah, but then wouldn't answer my calls.
It's not a chick. The guy has a fucking testicles and bollocks.
Yeah, I kissed her, but she's a chick to me. I think she's hot.
Well, don't.
Chick, but I don't think she's hot.
Not a chick.
I do.
Not a chick.
She's my type. But that said, I mean, like I was telling the guy at the store that has some questions, I'm going to ask tonight for the butcher that I mentioned. If it came down to it, and we were like making out in the car at a bar, and I reached down there to feel the poo nanny, and they were like, I'm meat and veg cab. I mean, you know me well enough to know. All of my jokes aside, I'd be like, oh, well, you got me, dude. Let's go back into the bar. I mean, that would be the end of it. There'd be no beating.
Actually, you wouldn't. You just flip him over and do him up the arse.
Well, it depends upon how nice you ask.
I really hope Blaire isn't watching this right now.
Oh, good Lord. You know it. Shut up, boys. No, you know what? I've watched so many of her videos now, Tigerson, that I feel safe saying anything.
I'm sure she could deal with this. I'm sure.
Yeah, exactly. She's already had these issues.
We're not gonna demand loads of, you're not gonna demand loads of money from her like Black Hitler did. Demand lots of
I'm just jealous as fuck, man. You're gonna have a brewski with Cabbage, bro. I wish I was doppelganger. I could be your twin. I could go steal your life for a day and have a brewski with Cab.
I'll take a picture and DM it to you.
Please.
I won't go public, obviously, but yeah.
Well, and I don't know. For Cabbage's sake, don't even show his face.
I'll DM it to some chosen few, and yeah.
I already know what you look like. I would never share that. But I do know I don't want to know what Cabbage. The Cabbage, he's so hated that I don't want to know what he looks like. So if somebody doxes him, he won't think it's me.
So hated. How am I? Only by you fuck.
Yeah, I know. It's bullshit. Oh man, I got this whiskey. How did this get in my hand, Tigerson? Here's to the Queen. God save the Queen. Now I have to drink, right?
God bless America, mate.
God
I have to have a drink now. You said that.
America.
God bless America.
Boy, that's good. Queen Victoria. I'm watching this thing, Cabbage, called The Crown. And
yeah, I got that.
So have you watched it? Is that really they're trying to portray Winston Churchill like a dick?
Yeah, it's should we call it artistic license?
Okay, I was hoping you'd say that because the way they're portraying the Queen too, I don't buy it. I just don't buy it.
No, There's 10 episodes, and it does
Watch
seem
them
to
all.
get weirder as it
Wasn't
comes,
it?
as it goes
Wasn't it one of the
through.
most expensive things ever? One of the most expensive TV things ever made?
Well, they didn't spend it on the actors, I'll tell you
Nah,
that.
they didn't.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
course. No.
I think that was definitely costume budget.
Must have been, because the fucking guy that plays Queen Victoria's husband is fucking wanker. The guy that plays the king, now King George, he I think he's the best. You know, when he's coughing there in the beginning and the guy comes and like tells him a limerick about the limerick when he's dressing him, and then the king's like tears up.
No, that wasn't George. That wasn't that Edward.
It was Victoria's dad.
Oh, it would have been George then, yeah.
I thought it was George, yeah. But that guy,
you're right.
he did it with a lot of decorum. It showed him like he was dying, and he was at the family house with all the family royalty gathered around, and then he said he asked this girl to play the piano, a song he loved, and then King George is up there singing with the girl, and then like everybody joins in the song, and it shows that King George was great. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, he did his job.
You
Look at the Queen now, right? You've seen Prince Philip. He's 90-odd years old, and he's just now retiring. How many other people retire at 90? You know, most people aspire to retire at, say,
Queen
40s
Victoria
or 50s
can never retire. She's working until the day she dies.
Elizabeth will never retire.
Queen
She
Elizabeth,
will be there doing
No,
it
she won't.
until she towed up. And that's how it's going to happen.
Anyone see that film that came out some time ago? It was another Queen Victoria, but it's called The Young Victoria with Emily Blunt.
Yeah,
that was reasonably good.
it was good.
Although
It was more
Jim
respectful
Broadbent in
than
it,
this.
who's in fucking everything, and can't stand Jim Broadbent. But apart from that, it was good.
It was more respectful than The Crown, because I mean, personally, what stuck in my craw is the way they portrayed Queen Elizabeth, the way they're portraying her, and the way they're portraying Winston Churchill. I can't imagine Winston getting up Cabbage and like, you've seen the beginning where he like goes like this and he's covered like he's got his penis in his hand is what they're trying to make it like. Like you've seen that, right, Cap? Do you think Winston Churchill ever did some shit like that?
Not a hope in hell. Never.
Well,
not in his life. The man had respect.
He was quite sort of blunt and talked.
Oh, he was blunt, yeah, but he wasn't.
He had a
He
sort of vulgar
wasn't.
sense
He
of
was.
humour as
He was an
well.
aristocrat. Remember, he was aristocratic. He's a member of the, the same family as Lady Diana. He was not a. I mean, yes, he was in the military, so he had a, what would you call it? A brusque sense of humor.
He didn't give a fuck.
He was.
But that said,
he had his vulgarness.
The idea of him getting up at a place in the back room of Parliament where they're having a meeting is what they portray, and that he is so drunk is what they're trying to portray too. Lithgow's a great actor, and that he's like whipping his John Thomas out.
It will not happen.
No way. And there was other things, Cabby. You've watched it. They really they tried to they tried to divest him.
Yeah, well, there's also another show, if you look one up, called The Royals. Again, they are really hitting on the royal family. I don't know why.
I don't know.
One again it's pretty disgusting.
Timothy Spall played Winston Churchill in The King's Speech, and I thought he was quite good. He wasn't in it for very long, but I thought he was quite good in that.
The King's Speech was all right.
I do like Timothy Spall.
I'm just not into these merchant people like, I could go on, but I'm not going to go down the list because everybody in the chat will be calling them dirty names. But there's certain people in history, and since we've been talking about it, obviously Winston Churchill's one of them. And as an American, I mean, you talking about the blithering idiot we had in office in a wheelchair that was a fucking moron. If it wasn't for Winston Churchill, we'd be speaking fucking German. And anybody that thinks it's because America got involved in it, no, it's because Winston then had the might of the United States Army and armed forces at his disposal also. And then they point to his time in the Admiralty with the Navy and stuff. Whatever.
Ogre, I think I'm gonna make myself some dinner, so I'm gonna opt out tonight for now until the next stream. What time does the Blaire White stream start?
6 o'clock. In fact, I just noticed it's 4 o'clock, so I'm gonna say my tagline leave too, brother. Thank you for letting me know it was time. Yeah,
okay,
6 o'clock, 2 hours from right now. We should be starting up and have a good time. So
Okay,
cheers, guys.
wait.
See you in a while.
Yeah, I bet you I don't get a fucking link. I always get the
I'll
early
send it
party
to you first.
link.
Hope I don't forget to send it to Mrs. White now that I said it. You'll be first. So what we'll do is review the Earth and Centrist Canadian. You both have a channel. So give yourself 2 minutes apiece, starting with Review the Earth since you were here first, and let us know who you are, whatever you want to say for 2 minutes.
For 2 minutes. You start. Go ahead.
Thank you so much. This is an awesome experience. I'm really happy to be here. Ogre, you're the man. Your music stuff's awesome. Hopefully we can collaborate, do some things. Yeah, I have a channel. I'm at Review the Earth. I use Twitter all the time. I'm at Review the Earth on Twitter. I'm on Gab. I got at Review the Earth. And I'm basically just, a political activist kind of guy. I'm a musician and just a good guy. Just looking for other people to talk about the issues of our day. And that's about it.
Thank you so much, sir. I'm sending the link to his channel out in the chat right now. So check out Review the Earth. What do you say?
Yeah, I'll check that out. Sounds cool.
Okay, just a question to you, Ogre. The stream is with Blaire is 6 to what?
Well, to whenever. We had Sargon Avocado on for 5 hours. If Cabbage is here, I would guess that it'll go for at least 3 hours, probably longer. And Cabbage will be here, so we'll see. If we have the normal crew we do have a way of getting people to talk and keeping them talking for a while. So time will tell. If I say how long it'll be, she'll leave an hour and a half sooner than I say, so I'm not going to predict.
All right. Okay, well, for me, for 2 minutes, I'm a French-Canadian from Quebec. I have a small channel talking about politics and centrism and all that stuff, and yeah, I don't think there's anything much to say.
Oh, that's okay. I always say 2 minutes because if you give me 2 minutes, I'll take every last second of it.
Okay. I'm gonna say a full speech or whatever.
Oh, go ahead. If you've got one, go ahead.
No, I don't have one. It was a joke.
Oh, well, then I just also sent out the link to the Centrist Canadians channel and the side, and I gotta say that.
And by the way, guys, centrism is not about being confused about opinions. Okay, just clearing it out.
No, I've watched your stuff. If you had to press me and ask me, which you haven't, but I'll tell you anyway, what you are, I would say you're a little left of center in my mind from watching your opinions and your videos, but so minutely to the left that someone that was in other words, I think that you can I ask you a question before I just say that like I did.
Oh yeah, sure.
If a human being has been out of work for 15 years,
yes,
has now had 2 more children in the last 2 years and needs public assistance, do you think they should get assistance, and if so, for how long?
Well, like for social services, kind of family services, something like that, right?
Welfare, yes.
Yeah, welfare. Okay. That's a good question. I don't have much an opinion on welfare because we don't have really. It's more of a U.S. thing, I think. I'm not sure.
Well, that's a good answer. So that puts you more back in the center in my book.
No, ask another question because I don't have an opinion.
That's my standard one to see if somebody's right. Okay, I'll say this. If there are 3 people looking at a house,
yes,
to rent, and all 3 of them, let's put it this way: there is a Native American with a family, a single white man, and a black woman with 3 illegitimate children.
Yeah.
The Native American makes the least. The black per capita with the children. The black woman is second, and then the white man makes the most. They all have fairly comparable renting records.
Okay.
Do you think there should be a law telling the landlord which one to rent to?
No.
Okay. Well, then that puts you very centered to me because I would have thought that you would have said, well, maybe this and that. So that's why
I hate laws that dictate what a company or a landlord should do. They should not exist at all.
And that said, folks, check out the Centrist Canadian. Take a little bit of time and swing by the Beardbarians channel. If you really want to have some fun, go check out the Prince of Queens. If you feel like getting a little in depth and looking at the world through the lens of quite a wild and crazy yet reserved Englishman, check out Sargon of Akkad. Why am I shilling for these people? Well, I chose them wisely. One has many followers, the other's not too many, but it doesn't really matter to me. What matters is a diversity of ideas, a diversity of opinions. That's why tonight, God willing, Blaire White will be on the channel. We're going to give her a talk. We're probably going to avoid most of the "do you have a penis and how big is it" questions that she gets. But we'll ask her some other things. Beard Barian has some excellent questions. And I just want to quickly thank Cabbage Patch Bastards. You know I wouldn't be shit without you, sir. Thank you for showing up. And everyone else, Tigerson also. We've already mentioned the other two. But Tigerson, thank you so much, sir. You know, without you, the show wouldn't be quite as cool as it is also. We're so humbled to have you here. I can't wait to see the pictures of you and Cabbage Patch having a cold beer together. That said, folks, remember, be good to your friends. Be good to your family members. Be good to your loved ones. Be quick to say you're sorry. Be even quicker to accept an apology, especially when that thing your friend, your family member, your loved one has done seems to be so huge you'll never be able to forget about it. Because, constant viewer, at a time you think not, your friends, your family members, your loved ones, Conscious Caracal, the Centrist Canadian, Cabbage Patch Bastard, and all that you love will depart for hey, listen, Sydney Rough Diamond, since I fucked that ending up, here's to you, brother.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it, guys. I'll be sticking around. I'll see